Hello and welcome everybody to this episode of the Future Whales podcast. We're a little small today with just Face, Furious, Sith, and myself, and but we got a bunch to talk about with the new update. And so I guess just to start it off here, I want to talk to Face about his new Bounty Hunter server, which I believe is called the Hunters. Is it the Hunter's Mark?
Hunter's Cantina. Yep.
Hunter's Mark.
It's kind of the kind of based off the same model as the Resistance and Empire Discord servers. It's the same exact thing. I'm assuming there's going to be a link down in the description for it, and it's just where you can give some bounty hunters love, get some strats for them, and talk to me, the master of all bounty hunters.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed, yeah.
So I just assume you want to have some more friends online and you build this.
Oh yeah, no. I'm lonely. Need more online friends.
Just trying to make a team of people who listen to me about bounty hunters.
Yep.
He's trying to find like the one other guy who has max bounty hunters.
So also, I'm gonna be on a Nerf herder stream talking about bounty hunters as well. Just gonna be like a Thursday or Tuesday at 10:30. One
That's
of
a
the
girl
two.
from Ipanema? That's what you call in the business soft plug. Yeah, it might be. I think it's on Thursday. It might be.
Not quite sure. Probably gonna be sometime in the future.
Yeah, Thursday. Just got confirmed. It is Thursday. 100%.
Like just to give it out there for the public here that I see Thane Carell typing in chat, so he's stalking us. He might be joining us later, hopefully.
Hey. Oh, never mind.
What is please? Tell him to get a mic. What is he? His knee makes it so he can't talk.
Workout, bum knee.
Okay, guys. While we're doing plugs, Thursday we uploaded our first episode of the Summoners Roundtable podcast, which myself and Furious are both on. It's on the newish game Legends Reborn, which is currently in soft launch. It's a game very similar to Galaxy of Heroes, so if you're playing the game or interested in learning more about the game, go and check that out. It's
or you
on
can
our
find
channel.
us on Discord.
Well, yeah, that as well. I'll put all the links in the descriptions. Go and check out
It's in the
that
game.
stuff.
I think
Yeah.
you should note that.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. Anything from pirates to Dracula to Beowulf to William Wallace. It's a lot of fun.
William Wallace. Can't do a William Wallace accent.
William Wallace. He was
What would you
7
do with-
feet tall, with
What would
bolts
you
of
do with that
lightning from
freedom?
his eyes.
I'm gonna plug my channel once again. Check out my channel. All right, we're good.
Instant regret. Instant regret. I love it. And no, I just love that we've managed to plug a team that nobody plays with a game that you have to be in the iTunes Vietnam store to download. But it is worth getting.
If you would like to get it and you're struggling to get it, we are kind of semi-masters at getting it by now. Yeah, so you can pretty much get it wherever you are in the world with a few tips. So if you want to try the game,
Yeah.
you're not in one of the regions.
With a little help from Chip Wexler in about 5 minutes time, you can have any game from any country.
Yeah, no, could you do me a favor and make sure when we do the YouTube thing here that we have the Discord for the Legends server so people can go there and
Yeah,
figure
it
out how
will
to get
be
the
in the description.
Perfect, yeah, because I'd like to get people on that. It's a fun game. All right, so next we have some more characters from The Last Jedi here. So we're going to get Holdo and Admiral Holdo and Rose. And I just want to start this discussion off by saying that I just saw the patch notes about 10 minutes before we did this, and I'm shocked that Holdo is a tank. So Laura Dern is a tank.
Nope.
Surprising.
not right.
Nice.
Look
Auto,
at
doesn't she have an auto taunt too?
Yeah.
The only way for her to taunt is to have a Zeta, right? I mean, she doesn't have a taunt.
No.
unless
She has it without her Zeta. She has a taunt without her Zeta. I think.
Incorrect on that. I thought you needed the Zeta.
I'm looking back at it right now. Stand by.
Honestly, I scrolled down a little bit and I was like, tank, and then I started skimming and then I got out of there as quick as I could.
Never mind. You do need the Zeta for the tank. Stand corrected.
Even
Yeah,
still.
Well, the other thing I'm going to say is that I like that Rose does a lot of debuffs, but I think they made a mistake by kind of putting her with.
I think they made a mistake by adding her in the game.
Oh, that's how.
Well, people don't like her as a character. Because, I embrace it, but I really think they missed a good opportunity to give her the ability to expose and to create a natural synergy with Finn. I mean, that's what it was in the movie. So why not have her synergize with Finn instead of Rey Jedi training?
Yeah,
She didn't
I'm
really
kinda
meet.
surprised. I'm kind of surprised we didn't get First Order Officer Finn. I kind of was really expecting that. I didn't expect us to get Haldo with Rose. I was really expecting the First Order Officer Finn just because they're butt buddies the whole movie. It kind of made sense. So I think it's kind of weird they released Haldo and Rose together. So it makes me think we're not going to get another Finn.
You're making tea?
Yes. You can hear that? That's like several feet away from me.
No, I can hear the spoon.
Oh, sorry. I was trying to be quiet. I was like needing caffeine and trying to be
mission
sly.
accomplished, dude. Well, the other thing, like Rose being like, going along with Ray Jedi training, and Holdo being a tank. I mean, I have to admit that it kind of confuses me, but I think that I'm really excited because I think having Holdo in the game does open the door to a new capital ship. So I think now that we have Thrawn's legendary ship, it's time for us to get some more capital ships, and naturally after Holdo's ship, we'll be getting the first ship, and then that'll be five capital ships, which would be great for territory wars.
Yeah, from a pure gameplay perspective, it's nice that these characters were added, but from more of a, I guess,
Fan perspective.
Yeah.
Player.
Yeah.
So should we actually have a look at their kits? Talk about them a little bit?
I'm okay with that.
Because I haven't really had
Yeah,
a
we can
chance
look
to
at
actually
that.
look into them in detail yet, so I guess I'll just read out. Should we start with Holdo?
Please do.
Okay, so she's got
Go
a
for
basic
it.
attack called Measured Shot, which deals physical damage to target enemy, and the least healthy other resistance ally gains foresight for 2 turns. When this foresight expires, that ally recovers 10% health. So what do we think of that?
Bogus. That's bogus. I hate that crap. That sucks. Come on, now they're giving them health. Like, they're going to solo more shit in the raid now, I think,
Yeah.
with this crap.
I guess something we
That's
could
what I
talk
think
about
about
after
her.
is
She's like the tool that they're going to need to solo
Yeah,
more
yeah.
phases.
It's kind of like the almost like a Xeris type thing, or not even Xeris, just Barris in general type thing.
Yeah, I don't... Nah,
Oh,
this is going
yeah.
to be even worse.
And then
it's going to
imagine
stack
with,
a lot as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and
Do
imagine
you
with
get
more
stacking
counters.
foresight?
That's
No,
just
you
a
can't.
basic attack, dude. Like,
Yeah, and what I'm thinking about basic attacks is basic attacks can counterattack and do bonus attacks, which the resistance also does a little bit of. Especially if you're adding,
Yeah.
say you're adding General Kenobi as well. Like imagine that. With
I think
counters,
she'll
I mean.
fit. I think she's going to work, and I'll tell you what, I not to be so, I guess, childish about it, but her character model looks really good. At the gifs that they put on the forums, the graphics are
Yeah,
really
they didn't
starting.
Mind
mince
if
her up
I-
like they minced up
mind
some
if I
of
read
the...
the other ability, Sith?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so Reprieve, dispel all debuffs on target, other ally. They recover 40% health, 20% protection. Really, really straightforward, simple ability, pretty cool, whatever. Not a big deal. The big deal is her unique ability, which is Quiet Confidence.
Wait. You kind of
That's
missed
the
some
one.
of our specials, by the way.
I only see 2.
No, she has another special there, Bunker Buster.
Oh, my bad. That's my page loaded weird. My bad. Deal special damage to all enemies, inflict daze for 2 turns, inflict defense down and evasion down on primary target for 2 turns. Pretty okay, simple ability, but
Yeah.
it'll add a lot of exposes. That's the thing. It'll add a lot of exposes with Jedi Ray. So I think that's the idea here. You're getting more of that crit based kind of crap that you can play around with. So whatever, but that's not the point of the kit. The point of the kit is all about this unique at the end of the line. The rest of this stuff is outshined big time. I don't know if you guys read it, but her unique Quiet Confidence. When another resistance ally loses foresight, Holdo gains taunt and recovers 10% health. While Holdo doesn't have taunt, she has plus 50 speed, and all other resistance allies have plus 20% critical avoidance.
Okay.
That's ridiculous.
Can we read that once more?
Ridiculous.
I
get it?
love it.
You get that speed bonus.
Can we read that over once more to get it in our heads?
Yeah, let's read it once more. Okay. When another resistance ally loses foresight, Holdo gains taunt and 10% health. So let's just start there. That's the first piece of the puzzle. Whenever an ally loses foresight, she gets taunt. That's retarded. She's gonna have taunt up every fucking turn.
And also,
Every
that's kind of
turn?
like the her whole basic that means they gain foresight and then get healed when they dispel it. She's getting healed.
That's what I'm saying.
She's getting
Combo
healed
with,
every single time.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Combo with GK. Combo with GK. It's gonna be mad.
So I was just gonna say, between her and GK, I mean, that's the most taunt in the game now. He was the only other guy that really had a taunt come up as much as, as this.
Mm-hmm.
This is ridiculous. That's gonna come
I
up
have to
over and
confess.
over and over.
I'm a little disappointed that I took Old Ben to Gear 11. You know, like just from a Carboni standpoint, I could have put those on GK. I could have got
That's
GK
too.
up all the way. Yeah, and it's like you know, but I think she's going to be awesome, and I think she's going to be really good in Arena. So
But can
I'm
she
I'm
revive
happy.
GK Barris?
Wait, is this a thing though? So if you cleared 5 foresights, would she gain 50% health?
Yeah,
She
I
would,
think so.
right? That's ridiculous.
Because especially, let's say you've used your AOE's, so then it's kind of into the basics and specials game or whatever. So that's going to allow her to get a few turns because she's got that massive speed. So she's going to give several people foresight. And
Yeah, exactly. Heal herself back up like nothing.
yeah, and then whenever she gets hit, she's going to heal herself up a ton. So that kind of could almost screw over R2. Almost screw over,
It's
but
gonna be
so
a little
much, but-
weird.
yeah, and also it's any taunt. Sorry, any foresight, so you can have people who give foresight. Who have we got in the game that gives foresight? Yoda doesn't really synergize, but
Well,
Listen,
everybody
Kanan
on the
Zeta.
Jedi Ray team, everybody on the Jedi Ray team does pretty much.
yeah, true, yeah.
R2 does, BB-8 does. I'm pretty sure Jedi Ray does.
I'm forgetting about Kanan Jarrus with his Zeta.
Yeah, that's true.
And yeah,
And then the second part, just one more time, Haldo doesn't have taunt. So if ever at any time, for some crazy reason, she doesn't have taunt, which should be like never, because, I mean, you're popping foresights, she's always going to have taunt. Is you get 50 speed, and all resistance allies have plus 20% critical avoidance. That's ridiculous.
Sorry, I think this is a great kit. This is it's a kit in a lot of ways that I think you know.
Did
this
you
is the kind of
see
stuff.
First Order Executioner? I'm just saying, like, why? Like, he's just this little simple, like, sticks and stones kit, and then you get Haldo,
And then
and
they
it's
add
like,
CLS 2.0
Jesus.
pretty much. Like
Yeah,
she has like 20 different things she's doing.
But
she
that
has a
should be-
Zeta? Like,
What's the difference between a named character and an unnamed character? And what pisses me off about the game really is that we have Zetas on like unnamed tunes. I think just as a soft rule, they should have only put Zetas on named characters.
I mean, I'm okay with Zetas on unnamed characters. I don't mind that part, but I just want a little bit of equality in the game. Like, it's just ridiculous.
hey guys,
There's no
Yeah.
dark side tank with any kind of kit like this.
The closest thing we can get is a Shore Trooper. That's the
Yeah,
closest thing you get, and like
and
maybe
he sticks and
Kylo Ren and Mask.
He is
Now we
like
got
a meat
Kylo.
and potatoes. Short Trooper's a meat and potatoes tune. He's great, but you know he's nowhere like Holdo.
Yeah,
Hey, guys.
she's got all kinds of tools.
something I noticed is that as well, the 50 speed isn't included in the Zeta. So that
Yeah, no,
means
that's
that
just the unique.
yeah, her unique's going to give her 50 speed, so even an unzated Holdo is going to be healing the team up a lot with her basic.
We don't know her stats yet. If she has like 100 speed, like Bezos, for example, something like that, it's not going to be as big as a problem. But if they put her at like an R2 or a Leia type speed, that's going to be insane.
She'd be an unmodded 200 with that ability if she's up.
Yeah.
150.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think that'll happen. That would break.
Yeah, I hope she's at like 100 speed. Default.
Rose is get now here. Rose Tico, who wants to read Rose. Now, I will say that I'm a little resentful that they made Rose so pudgy. It's like she's not a bad actress.
She totally is.
A butterball. It's like the girl weighs
Oh my
probably
God.
like 110 pounds, and you have this model that makes her look like John Candy in Spaceballs.
Dude, I just really want to say this in case anybody else noticed. She barely gets above the gear, like on the equip bar. Like when you're equipping your
Like
gear,
how?
she barely gets over the bar,
Oh,
dude.
God.
It looks hilarious.
That's
it looks like
great.
she's like barely tall enough to ride.
Is it like understood that we have to make the poor actress that played her like appear ugly? Like, I mean, she's a perfectly normal-looking woman.
And if you notice, she's carrying what I'm assuming is her taser in one hand and her blaster in the other.
Mm-hmm.
She looks retarded like that.
Mhm.
Well,
Sorry, I don't mean to say retarded. She looks dumb. Just does it right?
They might
Who
as
runs around with a
well give her
taser in one hand and a gun in the other?
right, it's stupid, but I mean, they may as well just give her a pastrami sandwich. It's like,
Yeah.
what are they doing with this?
I'll read off her kit. So her basic is called Courageous Shot. and she'll deal physical damage to target enemy and grant tenacity up for 2 turns to a random resistance ally who doesn't have it, with a 50% chance to attack again once.
It's about as awesome as Rose herself.
Yeah, and for an attacker on that GIF, she doesn't look like she's going to be doing very much damage either.
Wait, is she an attacker?
Yeah, dude, she's an attacker.
She's
you
an
know that?
attacker. First of all, I'd
Yeah.
expect her to be a
It's
support.
all twisted
And
up.
second of all, she's doing like 4,000 damage crit.
And that's a
what?
gear 12 against like a gear 8.
Yeah, what is this? Oh my god, dude. All right, I'm just gonna move on because it's a pretty simple ability. You know, just grant tenacity up. Her first special is called Dauntless Bravery. It's on a 5-turn cooldown, and it'll give all resistance allies defense up for 2 turns, and then for each resistance ally, move 8% turn meter from the target enemy, and then Rose will gain another 10% turn meter for each resistant ally and each first order enemy. It also can't be evaded.
That sounds like Jin Urso to me. That's what that sounds like.
she moved.
Yep.
Like a
Give allies
crappier.
turn meter, or give yourself 2 meter. Remove everyone else's turn meter. Give buffs.
Yeah.
I mean, are any of you guys kind of sick of defense down as a stat? That's like it just seems like that's.
Well, this is actually defense up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
More
Everyone on your
defense
team
up.
defense up. No, defense up is depending on the situation, it's kind of insane.
If you have people who dispel.
The hardest thing I've ever tried to kill is this is gonna sound crazy, but a Tarkin with defense up when everyone else has offense down and crit chance down. It's insane. Just a side, like it's mad. It is mad. Like my IG-88 will be doing like 3,000 damage on a crit. It's insane.
Tarkin's stupid buff.
Yep. And is there anything else to say about that ability?
No,
There's not a lot to say about these abilities, to be
you're right.
honest. I mean, they kind of
Alright.
suck. Oh, here's what I'll
Or,
say. Here's what I'll say. That's a 5-turn cooldown.
Yeah,
That's what I'll
5-turn
say.
cooldown. That's what I was saying.
That's-
Yeah. But
come
if you look at
on.
resistance, they have a lot of cooldown reduction though, so it's not
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Well, Shockbud Strike is a 5 cooldown move that deals special damage to target enemy and inflicts stun for 1 turn. When the stun expires, the target is dazed for 2 turns, and it can't be evaded or resisted. That's it. Pretty simple.
It's fine.
I'm just not impressed with any of this kit. Looks like a
It's
dark
pretty
side
boring.
kit. It's like a dark side
Yeah.
kit.
Yeah.
It actually is. It actually is. You're right.
It's almost like she was in the First Order. So maybe that's a secret that she's the first order.
Oh, I know.
Keep an eye out for that in the next movie.
All right, and then her
But
last.
just a side note on that. The biggest thing, not even a side note, the biggest thing it looks like is she's countering CLS though, because her and Holdo both, because they're putting out so much days, which is one of the biggest things CLS teams do is counter a ton.
Yeah, but you just cleanse.
Yeah.
My name is Sith, and all you do is cleanse.
Bounty Hunters don't have a cleanse, so
Which is
it's
why I was
probably
trying
a-
out that team I was talking about.
But CLS does. Anyways, last ability, unique, Valiant Spirit. Rose has 10% offense, or plus 10% offense for each exposed enemy. And when another resistance ally scores a crit, Rose gains 10 turn meter.
It's pretty
10%.
lackluster.
I think as a rule of thumb in this game, if a character has no Zeta, a new character has no Zeta, they kind of don't care about that character, and it's not supposed to be. a
Yeah,
good
and at the
character.
same time, oh, she's gonna get what, a max 50% offense because that's 5 exposes. 50% offense on 4,000 crit damage is still nothing.
Yeah, that's where I'm at, too.
Well, it's 2,000 extra, but the 6k, it's still, when you have Chirrut hitting
Negligible.
for 35k or whatever.
And he's
Exactly.
yeah,
He's not
an
even
attacker.
an attacker. Is he an attacker? Oh, never mind. He's an
Yeah.
attacker. I stand
Trud's
corrected.
an attacker. Trud makes sense. He actually attacked somebody one time.
Oh, yeah.
Several times he's sick.
Well, yeah, that's probably the problem with Trud is that he's a healer. That's like one of the best attackers in the game. He's one of the best healers. He's one of the best attackers.
Yeah, but that makes sense. He's like a warrior monk or whatever, and
Yeah.
I buy that. But
Well, it
Haldo
makes sense
being
because
No,
he's the
Chirrut is
rebel.
actually an attacker, though.
Haldo buying
I'm pretty
being
sure.
a tank though. Get out of here.
Well, they should have both been supports.
Yeah, they should have both been support. I would have been fine with that. I think that makes sense. Or a healer. I mean, Holdo to me just seems like a healer. Like now, and the other thing too, do you notice her ability, Bunker Buster? She was dead in the movie before the bunker was in the movie. So why does she have an ability called Bunker Buster?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about
And
that.
they were in the bunker. They were in the bunker.
They just need to make her more complicated. So they just need to add another thing for her to do.
Maybe the
I
code name
guess.
for the supremacy is the bunker.
Basically.
Well,
All right.
did anybody else take this from this? This is what I see: is that Haldo's gonna do stuff, right? Everybody agrees she's
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
work.
yeah.
Holdo's a
And-
mover and a shake.
Yep, Holdo seems pretty solid. I mean,
She's gonna go right in with Ray. She's
yeah,
gonna
feels like she'll fit in really well. Rose, on the other hand, seems extremely lackluster, and I don't think I'm going to be gearing her up much.
I don't think anybody's gonna be using Rose.
She's just a placeholder. She just allows you to have 2 different resistance types. That's all she does.
Yeah, and I don't
So
think they could
hopefully-
have not added in Rose. You know, like
Here's what I think.
yes, people didn't really
about
like her, but
Rose.
she's a main character from the movie, whether you like it or not. And they want to have the main characters in the film.
If they do it this way, I'll be okay with it. This is the one way that they could do it that I would understand it, and it makes a lot of sense to me. And a lot of people don't mention it. So she comes out, she's Marquis, whatever, that's fine. But when they add her to the game after Chromiums, like when she goes to a game, if they put her in like the Galactic War store, for example, that would make a lot of sense and be really awesome because not the Galactic War store, it'd have to be somewhere else because there's already a Resistance guy in the Galactic War store, so it'd have to be somewhere else.
But her level of character is like just begging to be put in Galactic War. I mean,
But I'm
she's
just saying,
uniform.
but she's going to be somebody you can get in the game really early if you were starting, and it would be like, oh, I can have a 5th Resistance guy. You know, I can just grab Rose at 2 or 3 stars or whatever and run full Resistance right out the gate, or for an event or whatever like that, because that's kind of how it's been in the past, and I like when they do that.
All right. Well, let's move it up here. Next up, I want to talk about the Shard Shuffle. And I have to say that I'm really happy about this because we're actually going to be able to get Wicket and Talzin and Zombie. So, and Spirit as well. But those are the big ones for me. And I think it's about time because I really hated that.
I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this. Everybody's been saying, oh, it's going to take me 12 months to farm my Talzin and stuff like that. And I'm like, no, dude, they're going to put it somewhere. We're going to get it.
Yeah, of course we were going to get it. I never doubted that, really. You know.
But this quickly? I'm kind of surprised with the speed. It's almost like they listened.
I'm
Well, you
surprised
gotta
with the
wait.
speed as well.
This is only to the Shard shop. It's still going to be 13
No, it's not.
for it.
No. It's
Shard Shop is not Shard Shuffle. Anytime they talk about like farming locations, that's Shard Shuffle.
They
Let
go
me
to the
see,
normal
let me-
shipments, aren't they?
Read it
here.
again.
I'll read it off right now. It says that pretty much that they're going to be made available in shipments, kind of like with the
Yeah.
4816 for the crystals. And it also says going forward, you'll also see them in more traditional farmable locations.
Yeah.
It's a Shard.
So-
So don't be confused. Shard Shop is not equal to Shard Shuffle.
Right.
It's-
Sorry, my bad.
No, but I mean that's important because
Yeah, you're
theoretically
right.
we could get.
I was
we
thinking
could-
shipments.
but I mean, even if they put Talzin on a single hard node, I'm going to be totally fine with that.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
as long as she's available from the shipments, that's all I care about. I mean,
Yeah, then-
honestly,
then
I care.
people-
I care more about Wicket, honestly. But
I don't know, man. Talzin is like begging to be Zeta for me. She's so good, man.
Well, it's also the Zetas you get from having the Talzin 7-star as well. And
Yeah,
the event, that's the bigger thing for me. Like
Same
the
thing with
Wicked
Wicket.
event, it's mods. Isn't
yeah.
it?
Same with Wicket.
yeah, that's what I'm working towards.
And I
Zombie,
did just
I mean,
I did just get my final 5-star Night Sister, so I will finally be able to play that event.
Nice.
fun. I mean, I'll say
I'm
that
one lady short.
both the Wicket and the Talzin events are fun.
I'm just waiting until my zombie hits 5 stars to do it. He's really close.
You mean she, because they're all night sisters? Hello?
Vaj and Maul there.
Well, they're not night sisters, are they?
They're nice sisters.
Yeah,
They're
it's
my
just
brothers.
Daphne or whatever.
They're-
They're Daphne
yeah, true. I'm just.
Yeah, they should update the
busting
tag
their chops.
Dathomirian, to be honest.
Yeah, I just like to call the zombie a he because they're all she's, and that's the least ladylike one. Okay.
All right, so like,
That's
Lucy,
fine.
I'd say Doc is the least ladylike, actually.
No, you got it way backwards, Steve.
Here, guys, let's get it on record, though, where these characters, just as a bet, maybe we could look back when these are actually announced, but where do you think they're going to go? I'm going to
guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I would think hard node only.
If anything, hard node. If anything, hard node. There's no. That's the only. Because the fact they made it such a long farm originally, they clearly planned for it to be a long farm, and there's nowhere else they could add it, and it's not like.
But I could see Wicked, Zombie, and Spirit going in stores.
I don't think Wicked. I'd say Zombie and Spirit. I'd say maybe stores.
Wicked, like, I mean, he's not like overpowered, so why would you want to hide him? He's not like Talzin, you know. Talzin's a game changer.
You don't. Whoa, dude. Wicket is badass.
Wicked's badass, but he's not a game changer.
We'll see
Talzin's
about that.
a game changer, I think. Well,
I'll tell you right now, as soon as they add this to shipments, I'm gonna start buying them. So we'll find out.
Oh, you're gonna choose to do the crystals? Like, I would say, like, this to me just says, okay, relax on Talzin, take your time, get her free to play, everything's happy, hunky dory.
This to me says the complete opposite. Go grab her right now while she's in shipments. And
this to me said I got another 6 months before I unlock up, like get 7 stars, even still.
Yeah, exactly. This is saying, hey, if you guys want these guys, well, now you're gonna get them pretty quickly if you really dedicate yourselves to them.
Okay.
And if not, then in a long time, when all these people who have dedicated themselves, like Furious, they're gonna have them. And when we make them more when we make them more farmable, then everyone's gonna have access to them.
Yeah, so it'll be like that. If we start doing it now, it'll probably take me 2 or 3 months. But by the time they make it accessible, it'll probably be 5 months, and then it'll take you several months after they make it accessible to get it. So it'll cut you down to 8 months instead of 12 or whatever.
Hey,
so everybody will still be faster. Yeah, exactly. Everybody's still gonna go way faster.
Yeah, so I'm happy with that.
That's awesome.
All right. This is what really makes me smile, though. Kylo Ren Unmasked and First Order Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot, and their ships are going to nodes, which is
No, they're going to a node.
Yeah,
That's the main thing.
There's no nodes in here. Just
I thought the pilot was in the cantina, or I'm sorry,
No. Kylo Ren and his TIE silencer are both going into 3F, and the Special Forces TIE, and the pilot are both Ghost Story. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's only one node, but it's a cantina node with the ship.
It's a 3. It's a cantina.
It's an early cantina node with him and the ship, and they're both pretty powerful.
And it's on 3F, dude. It's a 10 energy node. That's cool. So you're gonna be able to just farm that ship up as much as you want.
Especially early on for new people starting out.
That's freaking awesome. That's gonna be super cool.
And that ship is insane as well. Like, and the character, he's not insane, but he's a very good character.
And I'd say he's kind of insane with his Zetas.
Yeah, and if we get more First Order people, he could be very useful.
He's not insane. He's really good. But if they, he's like one First Order 2 short of insane. If they give him a Haldo, then maybe.
Yeah, that'd be insane. But I mean, isn't really good kind of like the equivalent of insane on the dark side when you're talking about? I mean,
you're right.
Hey! You better enjoy those comments while they last.
Oh yeah, next month.
You got about 3 weeks.
Me and Brenna will just switch to the side that's winning, so we'll be, making those comments with you.
No honor.
Yeah, but we know.
Yeah, me and Furious have been here for a while.
I never put a light side in since like level 50.
Oh,
well,
same.
Why?
The closest thing I've gotten to light side was like Lando.
But why? My question to you guys really is why do you have to like make your game harder to play? Why don't you just embrace the rebel meta? Why don't you just have a good time and then farm the dark side characters, and then when they're actually good, then you just gear them.
That's like saying
have them geared. And how about you have them geared and then wait for the meta to come to you?
Oh yeah, dude.
I ain't no sheep. I'm not a sheep.
My palp is totally gear 12, and I've been putting pieces in, like for a while.
Fantastic. But I'll tell you what.
So you're more relieved than happy.
Well, we haven't seen it yet. Like, do you remember the last couple times we had a dark side like push, and it winds up being
it was called the Night Sisters, and they're freaking awesome.
Well, I mean, you have to remember though. Okay, the Night Sisters, I'll grant you that. That was in October. But I mean, if you're going to look back to like the Thrawn coming out, R2 began that. R2's a
But
better
this is a
character than
rework.
Thrawn.
This is a rework, not a release.
We'll
The
see
re-
to the Empire what they did to the New Hope rebels. I'll be very happy.
That's
If
what I'm
they-
saying.
If they don't, and it's just Palpatine, then I mean, it's going to take a lot more than one good tune.
I'm
for
hoping
you
it's
guys.
Palpatine and Vader. That's what I really want.
It's
Or
necessary. Another dark side tank would be really welcomed.
What if Darth Vader got a taunt or some badass thing? I mean, that'd be crazy, right?
Yeah, Darth Vader is a tank.
Yeah, he is a tank. That's what I'm saying. Why not? Maybe he gets some, badass new mechanic, and then you
just
could
go
blend.
back. I do kind of want to not gloss this over, but just to be able to get we could push Special Forces TIE Fighter pilot to the side, but Kylo Ren Unmasked crew, we're getting him on a level 3 Cantina node with his ship that we could all farm probably within a month. We're going to be rocking this 7-star, both him and the ship. I mean, that's
not
that's
me,
ready
but-
to go.
It's a hell of a node. Yeah, I'm impressed with the node. I'll probably farm it even if it's just for the ship.
I
farm
used
it
to
just
say
for
it
the
was Short
GP.
Trooper and Reaper. Yeah, farm it for the GP, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be one of the new ships that I don't have. So
It must be
Right.
one of
I
the
mean,
best
I
value
do too.
nodes as well. Cantina being the scarce location that
oh
it is.
yeah.
Like if they'd added adding both of them to the Cantina, even on separate nodes, was a good thing. But the
I'm
fact
really
that
bummed they put it in the guild store though. The guild store is so oversaturated right now.
yeah, well, that's
Guild
kind of
Store's
fair.
a
They're
nightmare.
not
I
gonna.
said it before and I'll say it
Yeah.
again. That should have just went in the freaking fleet store, and it should have went in the TIE Fighter pilot spot.
Yeah, because that's not overcrowded.
It is, but it'd be no different. But it would make more sense, and you could put the ship up in the TIE Fighter spot too if you wanted.
Even then, I feel like ships is one of the easiest sort of to farm in.
Yeah,
because you get
exactly.
so much.
And I was kind of
most the
happy
characters
with
there,
having
most of the
pilots
characters
in
are
there.
get easily from other places as well. Like TIE Fighter
Yeah.
pilot, for example, you can get like Boba Fett there. You can get easy ass people that you can get
Yeah.
pretty much anywhere else.
And the difference too is like TIE Fighter pilot, he has a node, and he's in the fleet arena store or whatever. It's silly.
Yeah, but they did that with pretty much a lot of the Cantina characters, so I'm fine with that. I don't know. I'm happy with the change to the guild store. It
I
makes
just
it
wanted
really
to get him. I just wanted to get this guy. And now that he's in the guild store, I'm just not gonna.
I'll eventually get him, but I just feel like I'd rather have some stuff.
That's the number one currency everybody's using right now is that guild store currency.
easily.
So it's kind of hard.
That and gear, good luck. All right, so but let's do the last part here, which was the quote. And it's weird because it's a bit of a long one here compared to their usual 7-word clues. But the dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
How did you not
And
do
you
the
didn't do it in the
Palpatine voice?
And you didn't
How
do it
did
in the
you-
voice.
Seriously. I was
You
waiting
would
for
say-
it the whole
wait,
time.
I have my
wait,
voice.
Do it. Do the Palpatine
I don't
voice.
do that.
Do it
I don't
again.
have-
Do it
don't
again in the voice.
Come on. How
Brenda,
could
we're
you
not
resist?
continuing unless you do
Yeah.
it in the voice.
I don't even know how to do a Palpatine voice. That's how bad it would be. It would
Just
be.
do it.
then
It
you're
would,
not a real
probably
fan.
it would probably wind up being ethnically insensitive, and I just don't want to go down that road. Maybe if somebody could.
Sif, how's your Palpatine voice?
Don't know. I can go. Yeah.
Try it.
There's only one way to find out.
Do it. I want to hear you
Okay.
say it.
Let's read it.
Just
The
get it,
dark
Sid.
side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. I'll give it
Well,
like a 6
thanks-
out of 10. 6
Yeah,
out of
thanks
10.
for taking the heat off of me on that one, I guess, because it would have been worth it.
Yeah, if you had a British accent, damn straight you'd be doing
Come on, the unnatural part's in red. You're supposed to be unnatural.
it. Unnatural.
I mean,
You
hey,
guys- You just have to shake your head really hard while you do it.
It's the way. That's the way.
I mean, do you think he's going to get a taunt? What do you think the Zeta's going to be, guys?
Why would he get a taunt? He's gonna get some mad thing we've never even heard of before.
Insta kill. Come on, man.
Like shock. What was shock like way back in the day? It was like this insane thing.
Yeah,
I'm talking
Shock
about
was
like
awesome.
when he first. I was like, what is this shock? There's like 20,000 things at once.
Like Shock
What if he
V2.
what if he just shocks everybody? Like just applies shock to everybody, literally.
And then does like a
Full
10%,
team
like
shock.
and then on his basic does like 10% health damage on top if they're shocked or something like that. Imagine that.
Well, just keep in mind you can't have any buffs while you're shocked.
Yeah, exactly. That prevents taunts. That prevents
Prevents
healing.
everything.
Yeah,
Prevents everything that the resistance does.
Pretty
Illuminated
much.
Destiny wouldn't do shit. They'd have to
Exactly.
cleanse it.
Like some kind of shock that's locked so can't be dispelled.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Like
Well,
if it just went off all the time, like he was just applying shock like every turn.
Like Plague but Shock.
Yeah,
That's exactly
Plague,
what I
but
was thinking.
shock.
Plague, but
Cool.
shock.
The shock
Shock
is
equals
nasty.
Or maybe
Shock's
add
awesome.
shock onto his AoE as well.
Sure.
Or
So
no,
anytime
or
he does
his heal
anything-
move, give him some kind of shock thing instead.
Yeah.
I mean-
and, yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do. It's just gonna be mad though.
All right, well that's hard to speculate.
What
Let's speculate.
if they go for a new like episode 3 Anakin?
I'd love it. I think that'd be awesome.
I
Make it
don't
like
think
a
it
lo-
sounded like we were gonna get a new character. It sounded like it'd be rework or something.
It did, maybe.
They will. They have to give us a new character because that's the only way they'll make money. So that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna opportunity up.
But think about New Hope, dude. That wasn't any new characters.
It was CLS, and they were engaging. It was a panic farm for old Ben.
Yeah, so now we're gonna need Palpatine down the line, or who knows? You know what I mean? It could be something, a multitude of things.
About finding out what's going on with Palpatine's mythic event. I think that'll be cool too. He's gonna get a Zeta mythic event. It's gonna be awesome.
Oh yeah.
So what if we say this? How many Zetas is he gonna get?
Hopefully 7.
7.
Hopefully 7 Zetas. 'Cause
I mean, he
deserves
only has
7.
a few abilities, so
Exactly.
Yeah.
They're gonna give him 7 abilities and then 7 Zetas.
Yeah.
his,
please,
leadership
GG.
sounds like it would get one, right?
Oh, his leadership is
It's
his
Omega.
leadership's decent. I like it for
Yeah.
territory battles and for the assault battles when you need him against the Jedi. It's really good for anti-Jedi and anti-rebel, but not really PvP wise. And even then, it's still a little underwhelming compared to someone like Tarkin, who gives pure speed, or
Yeah.
Thrawn, who gives such good utility.
So
So do we
here's the
think that-
question: would you guys say he's gonna get a complete, utter, rework from the ground
Yes,
up,
complete
or is he,
overhaul,
or
I
are they
hope.
gonna just add in some Zetas and update his kit slightly?
I
I'm
think
hoping he gets a complete
he
overhaul.
needs an overhaul. I mean, it's
Mhm.
really him and Vader both.
I think it'd be quite cool if they were to just juice up Vader's damage by like 300% or something.
Even though he's a tank.
Give him and Vader some synergies, overhauling both of
Yeah,
them.
maybe some, but it wouldn't have to be a full overhaul for that. If they give him some synergy and
Maybe
update their
like the
kit.
chronic Death Trooper type synergy with their Zetas, maybe along the same lines.
No, let's go further than that. Let's just have Wigs V2.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. They're just
Maybe
freaking nasty
maybe
together.
like Palpatine has an attack, like maybe with unlimited power or something, and it'll call Vader to do a culling blade on whoever, something cool like that.
That'd be fun. And it would make sense too, because they really should be like a Wigs. But yeah, let's hit it up here and do the where are we now part, where you talk about what we're doing in the game, who we're farming, what we're doing, and let's go around. And I think I'm gonna go with Sith first here because he has a bit of a milestone on his hands.
A few days ago, I managed to break 2 billion GP finally, which was exciting, but I still have a way to go. It was only a momentary satisfaction. I'm
And
working on getting my R2 to gear 12 right now. He's just missing one piece, which is a stun cuff, so he'll be up to gear 12 imminently. And in the background, I'm starting to work on some dark side characters. So I'm working on the bounty hunters. While we were doing this show, I got IG88 up from gear 8 to 10. I've just taken Zam up to 9. Planning on gearing up Dengar to 10 shortly as well. So they are getting closer to being not, I guess is a good way of saying it. And
Yeah, absolutely. Dude.
after bounty hunters, I plan to work on the troopers. Again, I've done the farming for them, just not all the gear yet. I'd be interested to know how you guys are doing on Stark and people. So I guess an area where we haven't really spoken about much, but somewhere where I personally need a lot of work would be ships, because I am still placing pretty low in ships, so I'm very happy. I've kind of been planning on working on them, but never really, going for properly. I've never really put the gear into the pilots, but I'm quite happy that we can get Kylo Ren's ship now, along with Kylo Ren and Mast on the same node. That's gonna improve my ships a lot, and it's gonna be very easy to obtain them as well.
It's going to improve everybody's ships, though. That's going to be the problem.
Well, true, but it's a quick way of getting a good ship, which I'm happy about. And if someone's already got a team of good ships, and I necessarily maybe haven't got a team of good ships, it's an easier way
Yeah,
to
you'll
catch
get
it.
the biggest return on investment.
So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Still a way to go.
Well, cool. You had 2 million. Congrats, man.
Thank you.
It's a monument. Now, Furious, what are you doing here?
Oh, I'm like saving everything I can for next month. Even though it's not Revan, it's gonna be some Palpatine, or maybe it'll be, who knows? Maybe it'll be Darth Plagueis. Maybe it'll be Darth Bane. Maybe they'll throw, because last time it was characters and a rework, and they weren't even from the same faction. So we'll see how it goes. We might get a few new characters. I don't know. It's hard to say.
I
But yeah,
find, like,
I'm
not to
saving
rain on your
everything.
parade. Well, I find that, like, talking to a dark side aficionado is pretty much like talking to a Cleveland Browns fan, where you just kind of have to talk about the future all the time.
You're not wrong.
At least this
Oh,
future is
yeah.
in like 2 weeks.
Well, you can keep telling yourself that. They're gonna spin it how they'll give us, some light side character, and they experimented with the dark side, but it was too unnatural. We'll get an
Yeah,
Ezra or
really-
something.
so they-
It's
so they
Ezra
really
rework.
just- Yep, they're releasing you. They're releasing you, Luke.
Here's 10 new rebels.
All right. Well, I'll be honest. I have a backup plan. So if it comes out and it looks like totally negligible and lame, and I'm like, really, and it's just bogus, I decided, fuck this. I'm just going all in on Ewoks.
Hey,
Everything.
yes, man, 100%.
I feel like that's equally bad.
I'm just
No,
throwing it in the
Ewok,
towel. I'm
okay.
throwing in the towel and going Ewoks.
But okay, real talk though, Ewoks seem pretty sick if you bump them all the way up.
I was
Yeah.
looking at the meta
Decently
report.
powerful.
I was looking at the
Maybe
meta
we'll
report
say this
yesterday.
now.
There were 2 people at number 1 with Chief Sherpa. I'm just
Dude,
saying.
I'm looking at that right now. I'm looking at it right now. Just because
I could be number 3. I could be number 3.
You could be the third. You could be the third.
What's going on? Where are you at GP wise? What are you farming here?
I'm at like 17 or 1.7 ish or something like that. And farm wise, I'm just doing my Shore Trooper hard node and my Director Credit Card node pretty much. Yeah, and
These
farming
are
gear.
Yeah.
I'm just taking those slow and farming gear. I got all my first order guys sorted out, so I don't need that. And I put a few into bays every now and then, but I don't really care about bays too much. So yeah, I'm just, like I said, I'm writing out my Ewoks. And now that I got this Wicket news, that's going to be big money.
Big money on the Ewoks.
So that's even more tempting for me to just go Ewoks. But hopefully the Palpatine thing will be big enough to where I could go Sith and keep it going. But, dare to dream.
Dare to dream. So, Face, what are you doing here?
Like you said, still dreaming. I mean, since last week, my BH has evolved to Gear 12. Just a second.
Well, he's gone. Come on, Darth Plagueis or something. Lord Vader, even, right? They just
It's always about the
something
future.
big.
What
Do you think-
might come?
Oh, wait, check this out. She said that it's supposed to be better than last year. So if we only got a Palpatine rework and even a Royal Guard rework, that would not outshine last year.
Well, it's
Not in the slightest. Because last year we got the First Order reworked and we got 3 Sith characters.
Yeah.
So
I guess
we're waiting
Face
for
is
Face
fine.
anyways. So
Here, I'll just run through my stuff here real quick. I'm close. I'm 6,000 power away from 2 million. Pretty much just farming bounty hunters, doing Zam and Dengar. I have to do some note on a dark side every day, and I do Dooku. I'm getting close to him. I was doing Sith Trooper and Sith Assassin for Revan, but since that's not going to happen, I'm going to drop them like a bad habit and go all in on Kylo Ren Unmasked when that hits.
Nice.
Pretty much just doing Kenobi, trying to get him.
are you going to do the pilot?
No, because I just need too many other things from the guild store right now, but I will.
Yeah.
It's
That's
just.
what I mean, man.
Not
Guild
immediate.
store.
I mean, it's just the guild store is crowded, and yeah, so that's about it. That's pretty much it. Just about to hit 2 mil. I'm excited. My arena team's still doing its thing. I'm gonna try to get Kenobi on there, and I'll be honest with you. Eventually, Holdo's gonna be on that. I see.
So just
All right.
because she's
I'm going to
good.
finish up now.
Yep. Here, Face. Let's blow through this, buddy.
Yeah. So like I said, since last week, my bounty hunters have all been gear 12. I heard Sith, you and Brenda were both talking about you're gearing yours, which is nice. Nice to see. I mean, but really, I've kind of just been sitting in a lull where since all my guys are gear 12, there's nothing I really need to do.
By all your guys, you mean your 5 characters?
My 6 bounty hunters, obviously. 100% of my guild event currency is going to getting them max out 100%. And besides that, I guess Thrawn, Shore, and Death Trooper, I'm getting them up just because I do like the Empire a lot. And
you could use them too, unlike the bounty hunters.
I still think that they should give Boba Fett the Empire tag.
He should, yeah. He did work a lot with the Empire.
Guys, I'm just gonna say it again. Last time, bounty hunters should just have synergy with all factions because they're bounty hunters.
Yep, I
Just
agree.
be
Bounty
able to,
hunter, because
Yeah.
they've worked with clones. Clones are all based off of bounty hunter. Like really.
What
No,
you should do is
not
be able
really.
to give 50 crystals and then change their tag to whatever team you're running.
I do think that Boba Fett should
Yeah.
get the clone tag.
Yep,
So you should
they,
be able to. You should be able
they
to hop
all-
on with Lord Vader and get all the tags. You know,
They
like,
did so much stuff with Vader. They did so much stuff. They helped the rebels out. They helped everyone out.
But
But,
Boba Fett is actually a clone though, so he should be a
Yeah,
clone.
he is a clone. He should have the
Yeah.
clone tag. Like what we were talking about a little earlier was if they added Django and they gave him a leadership ability that was synergizes between bounty hunters and clones.
Fun.
Call it Hunter's DNA.
And separatists maybe.
Yeah,
Like R2 but for the dark side.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
that should be every bounty hunter for the dark R2
Yeah.
for the dark side. But
But
yeah.
gentlemen,
So I'm at just under 1.4 GP, and like I said, I like the Empire, so Thrawn, Shore, Death Trooper, but at the same time, I really love their ships. So obviously, the Chimera is amazing, TIE Reaper's amazing. So yep, been working on gearing them up a bit, and I also was told by someone on my new bounty hunter server to try out Xeris with the bounty hunters. So the whole thing about that is because they all have an insane amount of health. Like I'm talking about around 100, like GK levels of health. So yeah, I was just also working on just maybe taking up Xeris to gear 8, putting a Zeta on her because I'm sitting on three Zeta mats. So that's pretty much it.
sweet. That'll be a good time. All right, well, folks, it is time for us to jet. So I hope you guys all have a great week. And thanks again for tuning in to the Whales Podcast. Have a great day, everybody.